What's up, guys? What's doing here and today? It is January 20th. Just got back not just got back, but last night was the 19th, the Columbus House show at Nationwide Arena, and I had a fun time. My brother took me because he was home in town from. He was for the long weekend, so it was pretty cool. He got to take me, and I was sitting in. Well, here's my stub. 105 seat or row A, seat 1. My brother sat in seat 2, and in case you can tell, here's my view. Basically, that's the ring. So I wasn't too far away. It was actually a pretty good view. It was only about like maybe 15-20 feet from the ring. And but yeah, I went there. I had to get the essentials, the program, which it's a nice program, over 84 pages. And the design of it's perfect. On the back, you have the Shield. You have Ambrose and Reigns, then Rollins creeping in the middle. You have Brock creeping in on the front there. Really cool. And then also, I got a cup and my brother got a cup. We both didn't get drinks in them. We just got the cup itself because it was $8 for a drink in the cup, and then like $2 for the cup itself. So we both decided just to get cups, so it's the same design pretty much. And I use those as drinking cups a lot because I just WWE. It's a fandom. And then I always get a shirt when I go to, well, this is only my second event, but I'm gonna always get shirts when I go. So this time I got the Property of a WWE shirt because there were 2 things I really planned on getting besides like the program and the cup. I planned on getting a Daniel Bryan towel and a Brotherhood t-shirt. They didn't have either of those, which I was kind of mad. Considering the Brotherhood were on the show defending their tag titles, you'd think they'd have brought the shirt with them. But no, they did have the Property of WWE shirt, which was fine by me. Well, not fine. Well, it was like, every other shirt was 30. This was like 20, so I just thought, why not? I got the Cena armbands, which this is the last event he ever wore them at, so I kind of feel cool. Or at least the blue and gold attire. It's the last time he wore those. So yeah, I got the 10. I keep flipping them back. I'm sorry, 10 Years Strong and You Can't See Me, and the C Nation armband, wristbands, whatever. And my brother, he's a big Randy Orton fan, so he went and he got a Randy Orton signed picture, which during the match kind of, I'll get to that later. And then I got something else, but I want to show you guys that later. Shut up, phone. But yeah, I got there about 4:05ish and started at 5, so the doors were already open. So I had no trouble getting into there was no line when I went, so that was a good thing. And I went in, got my program, got the shirt. Yeah, I got program cup shirt first. My brother got his picture, and we basically sat down from there. And and then they were showing like tweets and stuff up on the one thing that's like, I don't want to call it a big screen. It's not a big screen, but it's like the one thing that comes down. I have no idea what the name for it is. And has like the screen, so like when you're at an actual show, you can see what's happening. But yeah, and they were showing tweets, and my tweet that I tweeted like 5 hours before that time even started. Well, I tweeted like at Xavier Woods because he tweeted like a picture of him. He was like snowy in Columbus, so I tweeted. I was like, okay, I'm so glad I get to see Xavier Woods tonight. The show and a hashtag WWE Columbus OH, and he replied to me, which made it sweet, and it made it up there, which was cool too. So nobody was really there. Well, there was a few people. Nobody was really at my section at that point. So I was just like, yeah, I'm over. So, but yeah. And they're basically showing video packages for the network. They were showing, just like Raw recaps and all that stuff. Then right before they showed the signature, they showed a Mae Young tribute, which I think, I don't know if it'll be the one. That's going to be before Raw. I'll tweet that out when it airs. But then they aired the signature, the national anthem, and then they did the live event intro, which is pretty cool. They have their own intro, and it's to the Total Divas theme, which was pretty funny. I don't know, because it was Total Divas theme. But then we had a first match was, well, before the match before anyone even came out, Justin Roberts was like, we have a very special guest, the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Urban Meyer. And Urban Meyer was in the front row with his son and like his son's friend or something like that, and like his wife. I think, I don't remember all the details. Might have been I don't remember who all was with him. But yeah, Urban, his kid and son his son and his son's friend were there. And then PTP came out, Primetime. I have it written on my phone. But the Primetime players came out. And then Ryback came out. So it was Ryback versus Primetime players. And house shows you want to go to because you can just have fun there. And because, like, not even a minute into the match, not even like 30 seconds in, Axel like arm drag Darren Young, and Darren Young goes over this corner and he gets his pick out and he says, I know you didn't just mess up my damn hair. They got a laugh at everybody. And so, but then he tagged Titus one time, then it was back and forth, then Darren Young got in. Then for like a good 10 minutes or so, they worked Darren Young. And then they got the hot tag. Titus O'Neil won. We got the pin on Axel. After a decent 15, 17, I don't even know how minutes it was, but it was a pretty good tag team match and a pretty good opener, to be honest. Because when they got done, Primetime players went over to Urban and his like son's friend. They did the Millions of Dollar dance, which was hilarious. Then we had a vote before the show even started, and it was the Diva vote. It was a dance-off or a match. I voted for match, and you could tweet or text. I did both, just to ensure that we would get a match. Because, I mean, if there's going to be Divas, I don't want to waste it on a freaking dance-off. But, the match won, surprisingly. And, Oksana came out. This one guy was just, like, where the commentators would be. He was just sitting there. Then she went over and she was like, totally dissed him up there for a high five. And so then Alicia Fox came out and gave the dude a high five. And they went on for a good 5-7 minutes. Alicia Fox won. I don't remember that many details about the match, to be honest. I just don't really remember anything. And then we had Xavier Woods versus Brodus Clay, which I marked out for Xavier Woods to come out. And then I was joking around with Brodus because his Titantron said main event playa. I was like, main event, or I was like, mid-card playa. I was like, go back to the mid-card. I was screaming at him. He gave me a dirty look once. I laughed. But it was like a quick 5-minute match, and Xavier Woods got a quick count. It wasn't a quick count, but he got a quick pin. Like, it was shocking that it happened that quick. And then we went on to what, in my opinion, this match of the night by far. It was the crowd wasn't really too hot before this match, and even during the match, they weren't too hot. But then it was the Real Americans came out, and Zeb Coulter got so much heat on him. And the heels, like, Coulter and I think Ryback were like the only two that really tried to get heat on themselves, because like Ryback was just calling everybody, he was just calling everyone stupid, but then Coulter came out, talked about how Real Americans were gonna beat the Brotherhood or the Rhodes Brothers. I don't know if they're called the Brotherhood. That's what the shirt is. So, but he said they were gonna beat the Rhodes Brothers, like Michigan State beat Ohio State. Then he said they were gonna beat them, like Clemson beat them. Which that was the one time I was like, "Come on, Zeb, the wound still hurts." But then he did his, and how for any Real Americans in the building, and did that. And I stood up. I was like, "We, the people." That was funny because everybody around me just looked at me like I was a retard. But then the Bros Brothers came out to a pretty decent pop. And then they worked a good 20-25 minute match. And basically, it went back and forth for a while, but they worked, I think there was like, Goldust started, he tagged in Cody once and tagged Goldust back in again. They worked him for a good 10 minutes or so. Like, they just worked Goldust. Cesaro hit the spin on him. Then it was like somewhere after that, like, I don't know. Basically, got the tag to Cody. Cody went for Crossroads, got reversed. Then he went for a disaster kick cut later on, and that got reversed. Then he hit the Crossroads finally, like a little bit after that, and won. And pop of the night definitely was when they won the tag titles. Like, they may be second, but it was a huge pop. Like, the whole ring was just, yeah. And then that match took us into intermission. I basically stood there. Stayed in my seat because I knew it'd be hectic because it's a downtime. What are you gonna do? So I left during the. That's why I don't have any fond memories of the Divas match. I left during that to go to the bathroom. But then my tweet got showed like a couple more times. They were also showing some like more video packages for like the Monday Night War. They showed video package for the Raw 20 DVD. What else they showed? They showed one. They did some hyping the TLC DVD. They did some hyping the Rumble. So there were some actually pretty good video packages played. Like, I want to go to a house show every week now, just because that was so fun. But we came back from break. Brad Maddox came out, which I barked out for. I was like, Maddox! And then, Kane came out, and he was like, let me introduce Kane. He said, well, due to travel reasons, your opponent, Big Show, because they released a pre-done promo at, like, the beginning of the show or whatever, talking about, like, Errol's Kane, and he said, like, he was gonna beat, like, the Big Show because it was best for business or whatever. And then Big Show came out, and Brad Mack was like, so, due to travel reasons, your opponent, Kane, could not come. So then I'd seen where, like, Kane had fought Zack Ryder on shows before. So I was like, we want Ryder. Woo, woo, woo. Only person doing it, but I was. And he was like, but then Max was like, well, so the winner by default, Kane. And everyone was like, boo. And, Kane looked pissed and whatever. So Max was like, okay, I take it you don't like that, so I found you a new opponent. And it felt like the longest time. Maybe it was like only a minute or two, or not even two. But it felt like the longest time, and I was like, Ryder, 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 Ryder. Then all you heard was that, dead, or whatever the heck that noise is. Then you heard the Wyatt theme, and I was like, oh my god. I marked out, like, I jumped out of my seat. Like, I marked out because the Wyatts were advertised for Kalamazoo that night. So I was like, okay. But I marked out, like, I completely had no idea the Wyatts were going to be there. There was this guy who I gave him dedication. He was in the front, or credit for his dedication. He was in the front row, and he had a Wyatt shirt, that first one that came out. He had the mask on, and he was just, oh my god, that dude looked pumped up. But they came out, so I was marking out because I literally had no idea that they were going to be there. This, just now it's hitting me that that's odd. The fact the Wyatts were there facing Kane, who both are heels. I guess Wyatts were booed more because of what they did to Punk, or not Punk, but Bryan. So that's basically what, I don't know. Everyone was rooting for Kane, I guess. But basically the Wyatts worked him for 15 minutes or whatever. They won. There weren't many memorable spots, just the fact that Kane did hit a tombstone and chokeslam on Luke Harper, but Rowan hit him out for both. So, that was basically that. So, then, I kind of had to pee again after that, so I waited because I heard the Sin Cara music, so I was like, okay, cool, Sin Cara is going to be here. And then, Alberto Del Rio came out. So I was like, whatever. Del Rio came out, like, as soon as the entrance was over, I ran up to get some stuff. I grabbed, like, $20 from my brother, too, because I needed to go get something. Because I told myself I'd only get it if they were there, and I went up and bought the Wyatt family sheet mask. Because I was like, I saw it there, and I was like, okay. It's like, I'm not going to get it, because if they're not there, it's going to be pointless. But if they're here, I'll do it. And they were there, so I had to go get it. So that was actually pretty cool to, it's pretty cool to have it, now that I do. So then, I got through halfway through the Sin Cara Del Rio match, and through the times I was there, I missed like 2 minutes of it or whatever. And through the time I was there, Sin Cara went for a swanton thing 3 times. Didn't land any of them. One of them, Del Rio rolled out the way. Oh no. One Del Rio hit him. One Del Rio superplexed him. And one Del Rio rolled out of the way. So, that's that. And Del Rio got the cross arm breaker, or whatever it's called, and made Sin Cara tap. And then the main event, the WWE Heavyweight Championship matchup between Cena and Orton came out first, and then Cena, which was pop of the night, because it's Cena. It was just a little bit above the Rhodes brothers, I think, but it was pop of the night by far. And, so, Justin Roberts starts introducing and says, this is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Orton cut him off. He's like, no, you introduce me first. She's like, okay, introducing first. He's like, from St. Louis, Missouri, Randy, and whatever. Then John Cena. And basically the match started. It was actually a good match. Maybe went 15 minutes. I thought they were going to go good 20, 25 minutes. Maybe it went 20. I thought they were going to go good 25 or more, though. But, basically, Orton hit his DDT from the second rope, whatever. Cena was going for the 5-knuckle shuffle. Orton kicked him in the shoulder. Cena hit the attitude, or no, Cena had him up in the attitude adjustment. He kicked the ref. Cena then just threw him down, got him in STF. Orton tapped, but the ref, of course, wasn't up to see. So then Cena hit it, or got him up in attitude adjustment again, or whatever. I think Orton struggled out. Then it was the Daniel Bryan finish where he just low blow, and that was the end. Then Cena finally FU'd him, or hit him with attitude adjustment. After Orton was done celebrating, Cena started celebrating, went around, high-fived every fan. It was a really fun show. I had a great time for being a house show. It was probably, I don't know. That one's just so far away, and this one's so close in time that I don't know which one I enjoyed more. But I definitely enjoyed this one. Like, Wyatt family. This thing's gonna be looking at me weird in the middle of the night. I'm gonna be scared. But no, I definitely had a really fun time. Like, house shows are fun. I would recommend going to one if it's in your area. Like, I don't know though if I would necessarily. I had a choice for going to this house show or going to the wrong date, and I was like, I've never been to a house show, so I'll go to one. But I didn't realize that it was the go home show to the Rumble, and they didn't announce Batista's return yet, so I was so ticked off when. Well, I wasn't ticked off because, I mean, the house show was very fun. I don't know if I don't know if I'd have been able to see Bryan. That's basically why I bought my tickets, to see Daniel Bryan live. Because I didn't that Raw, and I was so pumped, looking forward to maybe they would throw him since it was Raw Super Show, and he held the Money in the Bank briefcase. So, but no. And, yeah, but I probably would have won just because it's Batista's return, but heck, I probably would have worn like a Cena shirt or whatever, and I'd have been screwed out of that because of the fact that he's got that new attire coming out tonight. But yeah, that is pretty cool that I got to be in attendance, I guess, for last time Cena wore the blue attire. So that's actually pretty cool. So, but I'm just gonna keep rambling if I keep this any longer. So, if there's a house show, I recommend you going to it. The rest are just gonna have fun. Like, my biggest case of that was definitely the first match, Ryback, and then Darren Young's whole. No, you didn't mess up my damn hair. And then Ryback calling everything stupid. It was hilarious. But yeah, I'm CW Sumner 51 here, guys. We're here now, but see you guys later.